companies likely to go bankrupt with higher debt threshold. AstraZeneca's vaccine cleared by EU after blood clot concerns. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohanapriya. Welcome to Updates at Noon. The number of companies facing winding up proceedings this year is expected to decrease after the indebtedness threshold was raised from 10,000 ringgit to 50,000 ringgit. Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Minister Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalingi said that with that, the number of companies facing winding up proceedings stood at 3,022 in 2018 and 3,545 in 2019. He said the increase in the threshold value shows that the government's caring policy of always thinking about how to help the people, and in this case, it is the company that needs such assistance. Previously, Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin had announced that the indebtedness threshold had been raised from 10,000 to 50,000 ringgit, and this was permanent. The Companies Commission of Malaysia had previously raised the current threshold value of indebtedness under Section 466 of the Companies Act 2016 for the period 23 April to 31st December 2020 to assist companies affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In other development, Datuk Sri Alexander has launched SARA, an application that automates interactions or text chats used in managing inquiries and complaints. It was launched along with its Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025, which will drive the ministry's direction for the next 5 years.
Adalah perisian aplikasi yang mengautomasikan interaksi atau chatting teks yang digunakan dalam menguruskan pertanyaan dan aduan. Dan SARA diharapkan dapat meningkatkan tahap perkhidmatan KPDN SGP kepada pengguna dan merupakan salah satu usaha meningkatkan upayaan pengguna di Malaysia.
Sekarang ini,
Speaking on the KPDN HEP Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025, Datuk Sri Alexander said the plan contained 5 strategic thrusts, 17 strategies, 39 initiatives and 115 action plans would serve as a pillar for the ministry in implementing policies and programs that would benefit the people and the business community. On the ICT Strategic Plan, the minister said it is a document that outlines the ministry's digitization plan towards a fully digital services to traders and consumers. The Entrepreneur Development and Cooperatives Ministry, MEDEC, expects an increase in the number of entrepreneurs in the informal sector nationwide following the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still affecting the country. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, said the expectation was based on the number of individuals who lost their jobs and decided to run informal businesses, such as becoming petty traders. Datuk Sri Wan Junaidi said MEDEC, through a National Entrepreneur Group Economic Fund, or TECO National, is committed to continuing to help the group through the Informal Financing Scheme, SPIN, which was introduced in December last year. He said that this year the government has allocated 50 million ringgit for the scheme to benefit those who are eligible to receive it. Last year, a total of 284 informal entrepreneurs from all over the country received SPIN assistance provided by TECO, involving an allocation of 1.18 million ringgit. In the meantime, the minister said MEDEC has also channeled funding assistance of 9 million ringgit to entrepreneurs and cooperatives in the state affected by this pandemic. The assistance was channeled through various agencies under his ministry, such as UDA Holdings Berhad, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, TECO Nasional, Suruhanjaya Koperasi Malaysia and Bank Rakyat. 4 illegal fishermen boats were disposed by the Terengganu Malaysia's Maritime Enforcement Agency, MMEA, and to be used as artificial reef in the Kuala Nerus coastal area. Now, this is the first of many disposal of the illegal boats seized by the state MMEA in Ops Naga Barat and Ops Iman conducted in the year of 2018 and 2019. According to the State Maritime Director, Maritime Captain Muhammad Sufi Muhammad Ramli, the disposal also displayed the tenacity of MMEA in tackling intruders on the national waters and stimulate the marine ecosystem at the same time.
Bot-bot yang kita tenggelamkan ini bot yang kayu tetapi disaluti fiber. Jadi bot-bot ni sesuai sangat ditenggelamkan untuk jadikan tukun tanpa kita menjejaskan ekosistem di dalam dasar laut tersebut. Dan bot-bot ni kalau kita lihat kosong dah, tak ada lagi peralatan-peralatan seperti enjin, peralatan-peralatan yang akan mencemarkan laut kita.
Captain Muhammad Sufi said there are 43 remaining boats that will be disposed in the state. Last year, a total of 99 illegal fishermen boats worth around 150 million ringgit were disposed. Front. Local football fans can now rejoice as the government has agreed to allow spectators in stadiums or other venues for sports tournaments such as the Malaysia Football League beginning 1st April. Senior Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the decision was made after hearing proposals on the SOPs from the Youth and Sports Ministry as well as the views and risk assessment of the Health Ministry. The senior minister said the organisation of all tournaments with spectator attendance is subject to the approval of the Youth and Sports Ministry.
Di kawasan PKP bersyarat 10% kapasiti penonton atau 2,000 orang, mana-mana yang lebih rendah, dengan kawalan penyeliaan sepanjang masa. Yang kedua, di kawasan PKP pemulihan atau PKPP, 25% kapasiti penonton atau 8,000 orang, mana-mana yang lebih rendah, dengan kawalan penyeliaan sepanjang masa. Walau bagaimanapun, semua penganjuran kejohanan dengan kehadiran penonton adalah tertakluk kepada kebenaran KBS, Kementerian Belia dan Sukan. Kebenaran ini akan mula berkuat kuasa pada 1 April 2021 dengan 2 perlawanan bola sepak dalam Liga Malaysia yang akan dibenarkan dahulu sebagai percubaan.
He added that among the SOPs in place are that tickets will only be available online and entry as well as exit movements must be scheduled and organised. A detailed SOP will be made available on the National Security Council, MKN, and Youth and Sports Ministry websites. In the same development, Youth and Sports Minister Datuk Sri Rizal Nain American said that the ministry had identified 2 trial locations, the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in Johor Bahru and the Kuala Lumpur Football Stadium in Cheras. He said 2 football matches in the Malaysian Football League MFL will be allowed first as a trial to evaluate the effectiveness of the audience management protocol. Sultan Ibrahim Stadium will host the match between Johor Darul Takzim and Melaka on 2nd April, while Kuala Lumpur will entertain Sabah on 3rd April. Meanwhile, Malaysia Football League Chief Executive Officer Dato' Abdul Ghani Hassan was happy that there would no longer be deafening silence in the stadiums. He also expressed his appreciation to the government on allowing spectators to enter the stadium, adding that this decision will inject life into the league and clubs. And with that, we conclude updates at noon today. In our top story, fewer companies likely to go bankrupt with a higher debt threshold. Tune in to News at 10 coming up at 10 p.m. tonight on My Freeview's saluran Berita RTM channel 123. Or you can also stream the channel via YouTube or RTM Click's web portal and mobile app. I'm Mohana Priya. Thank you for your company.